Hello everybody, I'm Mrs. Mathur and welcome to the Case Kitchens. Today we are making a very easy recipe for blueberry muffins. So please look here, I have things set up. On the counter we have some flour, we have sugar and the other ingredients that we are going to use today. So first thing you have to do is take a bowl and measure your dry ingredients in that bowl. So I'm using the smaller bowl to measure the dry ingredients. I need 2 cups of flour in here. That's our first cup. This is our second cup. We need a half cup of sugar. We need a tablespoon of baking powder. The baking powder container has a flat edge so that you can level it right there. So that's a tablespoon, and sprinkle it over so that it gets distributed evenly. And then you need a half teaspoon of salt. Here's salt. And we are going to whisk all these ingredients together. And keep this bowl ready to add to the bowl of liquid ingredients after we mix all the wet ingredients separately. Now in this bowl, a bigger bowl, I'm going to start out by mixing the wet ingredients, and the first wet ingredient that you want to add to this would be an egg. The first liquid ingredient that I'm going to add would be an egg. So I have to crack the egg here and put it in this. Look for any shells. Quickly wash your hands. You want to then add 3/4 cup of milk. It's a good idea to whisk the egg first. Break it up a little. Measure the 3/4 cup of milk. Check at eye level. If you get any excess, pour it out in a separate container. Add 3/4 cup of milk. Whisk again. And if you want, you can also choose to add butter, or you can add oil. I'm using oil today. You can use the same measuring cup to measure the oil. I need 1/3 cup of oil. That's exactly 1/3 cup. So we're going to add oil. Cinnamon is an optional ingredient. If you want to add it, you can add it to the dry ingredients. To this, we can also add a teaspoon of vanilla. Measure vanilla over a separate bowl. And into this bowl of liquid ingredients, we are now going to add the dry ingredients. At this time, it would be a good idea to get rid of the whisk and use a spatula for mixing the ingredients. some gentle mixing and stirring at this time. You may want to count the number of strokes you're using. I just try to mix it within 25 strokes. This is my third stroke. Let me show you a technique that helps you in quick mixing. First, cut this in the middle and then scrape the side of the bowl and fold it over. Cut in the middle, scrape the side of the bowl, fold it over, and turn the bowl as you do it. So cut in the middle, scrape the side, turn the bowl. Cut in the middle, scrape the side, and turn the bowl. And using this method, about 20 strokes or so, you would see that the white mixture has disappeared into the liquid, and that's about the time when you should think of adding the blueberries. Do not overbeat this mixture because it will be lumpy, and if you do overbeat it, you will have some tough muffins with tunnels in them. So I can see that the white flour mixture has almost disappeared. So at this point, I'm going to add a cup of blueberries. Now your muffin pan should be ready at this point, and your oven should be preheated to a temperature of 425. So someone in your group must have already got the muffin pan ready for you. You should be able to get about 11 to 12 muffins using this. And the best way to fill up the muffin pan is to use an ice cream scoop or use 2 spoons. So here's the ice cream scoop. Watch what I do. I fill this up and scrape the side of the bowl so it's even, like that, and then pop it in. So like that. And try to get some blueberries in each of these muffins. So scrape the side of the bowl and fill it up. Sometimes you may have to go back and make them even, but if you scrape the side of the bowl, you're quite likely to get even sizes of the muffins. And if there's any batter that falls on the outside of the muffin pan, make sure that you wipe it up before you put it in the oven, because once it cooks on, it becomes difficult to clean. So it's better to wipe it up before it goes in the oven. So scrape the sides and fill up the muffin cups. Try to make them even sizes, otherwise one will cook sooner than the other, and then some would burn and some would be undercooked. And this is ready to go in the preheated oven, the oven that's at 425. Use an oven mitt and put it in the oven. Depending on the size of the oven, the size of the muffins, and the temperature of the oven, it can take anything between 14 to 17 minutes. So at the end of 14 minutes, you may want to use a toothpick, insert it in the middle of the muffin, and if you see that it's come out clean, your muffins are ready to come out. If there's batter sticking on it, give it another minute or two, and that's how you get some easy muffins. And now our beautiful muffins have come out. Let's put a toothpick in here. I see that it is clean, so we don't have to do anything, and they're ready. Enjoy!